I can't do it.
That's because I fumbled.
And on YouTube, it's Sumet Game here, bringing you a discussion with our Q&A style videos, episode 3. Is this correct, Mike?
That's correct, yeah. Well done.
Let's see.
It's
Team End Game.
It's been a long day. A long day, alright?
I really want to keep that in there, but fuck it.
That was come over me. But anyway, so, so, to open with, well, first of all, it's the same day we're recording this as the
Ace
Comics video.
Colchester.
In Colchester.
So, yes, obviously sort of Faz here.
Yay!
And Iori, and Aaron and myself.
Yay!
Whole team. So, don't say that. I'm still missing one. Anyway.
He's more manager than anything else.
just calls in, check every now and then. Anyway, meant to.
It's the other way around.
It's the other way around at the moment. Anyway, so the Flying Fur asks, excluding Fighters Collection, Aquas haven't had any support this year. Do we think that they're going to get a clan booster or a normal booster pack? Now,
there's not much of this year left.
it's
6 months
through.
Wait, it's more so they've had both.
Yeah.
They've had both. They've had a specific one, but I don't think many others have had specific ones.
Well, what do they have?
Deep Police had specific ones.
No, that doesn't count. That was an extra booster. That was the last extra booster, and they're like, now we'll do clan boosters. Let's just screw over.
It's exactly
players.
the same aspect. It had just
The
specifically
ratios were different.
The ratios were different, but it was specifically targeted towards that. So theoretically, using exactly the same format, have Deep Police had any support recently in normal boosters?
Set 7.
Yes. So
That was.
So I would say
Bear
set
in
9.
mind, like that Deep Police stuff came out
year ago.
It would have been around set 1-ish.
I think it's the fact that they were so behind
Yeah, a year ago.
on support from them. They just went here. It's like they're doing the technical boosters, but not to that extreme.
I know. It's just something that's kind of.
They'll be in set 9.
I don't think that they're going to get a specific booster again. No.
No.
So, but
Bermudas.
Bermudas, because that's all we ever get.
That's all.
yeah, but
that's all you get.
you just
I know.
fall behind and then get a boost, and then fall behind and then get a boost.
We just get jet
Just your
rockets,
thing.
top tier.
Interesting fact, by the way, I was talking to the organiser of Bushy Road. I told you guys this already. Apparently, the CEO of Bushy Road plays Bermuda,
He knows where the skills are.
so that's why they're getting support all the time.
That's fine.
They've got their own thing, and they get wedding SPs and things because he just wants to bling out his company deck.
He just goes, what does this clan need? This sort of card, right? We'll design it for them. Will we? Yes.
Yes, we will. So
My first-
everyone seems to be liking this next stage card. Can we just get something centered around next stage for Bermudas?
My first thought though was, can I just, fight him for his company? Can I just play against him as Bermuda? He thinks he's all that.
For God's sake, man, this isn't the anime.
But anyway, what I'd like to change the question to a bit is, what do I want in the booster pack that involves them?
I'm just going
In
to
the
put out here, in set 9, what do you want it? What do you want it to be?
Want it to be, well, the things that we're missing. So first of all, everyone gets like a second G guard, so that's going to be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But preferably not if it's the first or second attack. Preferably something a bit.
If it's third or fourth.
So, if I'm against a mirror match or saying they get minerals, I'm going to get a card, am I? But
I
anyway,
generally don't know what it could be.
It's going to be quite interesting to try and include the wave aspect to it, because, I didn't know. Unless it's after the...
In your last turn, if you did X amount of attacks in your last turn, you get this sort of skill.
I don't
Yeah, it
think,
won't be something like that.
See with
I
that
think nothing references your last turn.
Yeah,
though.
they do.
No, but
Yeah, they do. The Cray Elemental thingy. What's
Yeah.
his name? Seabreeze.
That's
If
your
you're putting it
opponent's
in stride.
It could be a weird one, like when you
Same as-
G-Guard with it, switch 2 of your rear guards around. So
well, I suppose if you've got the grey tier that switches, it gives you that ability.
well, it's just the fact that you're switching your field, so it's a bit
If
like
you have X amount of grade 2s on the field.
no, they've already got that.
Or,
Well,
As I said, if it's
regardless,
based on your
basically we
past
need a
turn.
second G guard that's a bit more doing something. We also need something that swings with a crit, because we still don't have that unless we use the starter skill to give the restander a crit. But even that's specific to Blue Wave. Other than that, preferably a backup, because you got the top 5 wave, but people tend to shove that in with the Thavas deck, but Thavas isn't wave himself, so it's not an additional backup really. There's less targets. You meant to put wave with wave.
I'm pretty sure the Fab Stride doesn't have wave on it, does it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because they can't.
So I can't put it as a backup because usually they're
No, not the Stride Break. The actual Stride doesn't have wave either, does it?
No, because they came out at the same
It
time.
came out like before.
It came out in the waves.
So basically, a bit more wave support for Aqua.
So more wave support because they're just lacking. It's one of those things. So you're going to get wave support.
We get support for everything. They seem to be doing it.
Yeah,
If all you get is sort of one booster, you seem to get, or one sort of support, you get support for pretty much everything in that one little bit, and then they just ignore you again for a while. So you'll probably get wave, Maelstrom stuff.
Maelstrom hasn't had much support. Like you got your Fighters Collection thing, then it was all Blue Wave and Genovius.
I think it's going to be more
clan booster, so you probably get Maelstrom and
Ideally, Maelstrom would be nice. Personally, I'd like Maelstrom because it's the favourite.
No, because they give you Maelstrom
Well,
support.
Blue Storm.
They brought Maelstrom out with the Break Ride.
Okay, Blue Storm support.
Yeah.
If they support something about
No Stride for it though.
I'd like them to try and support more than wave, but I can expect them to do specifically wave because it's what they're trying to push and it involves old sets, latest sets. I mean, sorry.
Do you want any reprints in there, Monk?
Any reprints? No.
Yeah, people are doing reprints now.
There probably will be reprints.
Let's reprint everything at the moment.
Do you have a GR in there?
There'll probably be a Thavas reprint of common.
I was actually more thinking Tidal Assault.
It's the GR.
Oh, Tidal Assault, yeah. Tidal Assault would be a reprint. Do they have a reprint?
Yes, they did a reprint of Tidal Assault in Japan. I know that much, but they haven't done anything.
You'll get the SP pack where you get the Stride Assist.
I expect Tidal Assault to be a
that's
reprint, if anything.
Be interesting.
Oh.
Help bring down the value of that
Could
card.
be good.
It is
Anyway, so that was that. Don't think there's much else to add. Vanquish the Devil asks, favourite non-meta deck to play? Now, my opinion on this is I don't think there is a meta deck, really. There's very good decks. So basically, if you're going to take it two ways, you can either say, pick a clan that's not one of, say, 4 that are quite easy named, or just pick a clan in general that's
Pick a clan that hasn't been topping
the
all the team leagues.
all the team leagues and things and all
it's
the
like,
things.
cast that as
Which
a
is the
non-meta.
definition of a meta, so therefore that is the meta.
Yes
Yeah.
or no?
The problem
more
is
about the fact
team
that-
league doesn't define metas because it's team league.
No, Team League doesn't. No.
It's a different thing. Singles wise, I personally am on the opinion, even more so with Stride, is any deck can win because any deck can push you to 3 damage and any deck can double crit. Hence why any deck can win. Yes, I know that
it goes into what's the most commonly played. That's what the meta is. It's not what's the best deck. It's what's the most commonly played.
Nothing seems to be overly commonly played other than Angels and
Angels,
that's
Sanctuary
only-
Blaster.
Ground Blue at the
in
moment.
second-
isn't it?
Yeah,
Blaster.
that's basically what it is at the moment. It is angles.
Okay, other than those 3
Angles,
big
Oh,
ones.
there's okay, so basically,
Just gonna hit Bermuda.
no.
Yeah, that's what you were gonna say.
You go even further for me. I would say that my favourite non-meta deck for non-meta for me is a deck that I won't play based on my clan, which is solely Bermuda. I would say my favourite out of the lower tier clans that I'm playing, well, the lower tier decks that I'm playing at the moment is the duos. I haven't touched duos in ages. Why? Because there is just so much better stuff out there.
I thought you'd pick that.
It does say meta
This
deck,
says-
no?
Oh, deck. It does say meta deck.
Yeah, specific word.
Damn it, boy. You found a loophole.
Listen,
Two more Bermudas.
yeah, and that's it. So yeah, duos. It's favourite. It's always been fun. There's always that sort of like multiple ways to build it, multiple aspects to do with it.
I need a bit more time then. Yeah.
Yeah, I need more time too.
Have I just basically opened up this question?
deck to play?
Non-meta deck.
Non-meta deck to play, both.
Yeah.
They're meta. They're anti-meta.
They're not meta.
They're meta, they're anti-meta. That's a contradiction if I've ever heard one.
They've topped once that I've seen,
Okay.
and that was but
Okay, that's you.
bleh.
But you don't see them anymore because they're easily countered. But they're still just, if they go off and they work, it's that whole you can't do anything.
For 3 turns, basically, it's like
4
yep.
turns.
Oh yeah, sorry, because it's non-persona flipping. It's just make sure you have machining out.
Yeah.
That was so horrid. I dislike that from the beginning. I dislike it now because unless you start hoarding the grade 3s, which is the complete opposite of what you want to do in this meta because you want to stride, you're just like,
Yeah. So it like I would say Link, but because Link and meta, it has to be bugs. Both are just good to control. You can't do what you want to do. Enjoy sort of style, and I just like that.
so what's your what do you reckon then, Mike? Considering
Because
that you
mine's not meta at that moment, at least.
yeah, which is fine.
You say Kagero, it doesn't count.
Why?
Because I will backhand you, son.
All Kagero is meta based
Is
on.
Petition's going to be up there?
It's Kagero.
Is
It
Petition's
doesn't
going to be up
count.
there?
You can say specific Petition deck is not a meta deck.
It's not a meta deck.
It's
But
a
is your-
meta clan.
So in 3 weeks' time, Bermuda's going to be a meta clan. Ridiculously
At the
so.
moment.
Well, I
I
had a backup one. It was that or Maelstrom.
Why Perdition? Out of curiosity.
Yeah. So yes, Maelstrom as a deck. Would you accept that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
So it's either that or Perditions.
I'll take both. Reasoning.
Okay. So
Not that you
Well,
get
one of
both.
those two, because they are, to be fair, the most enjoyable I've had playing. Because Maelstrom, I've built in such a way that I was just dropping everything. It was so good, and yeah, it's the first person to top a national tournament with 8 draws. Just saying,
You top.
Top 4.
somewhere.
Top 4. Tell me how that trip to Germany went. Oh, sorry.
9. 9.
No, that was a team league, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's Team League.
Team league was that.
So we topped then.
Last year. Couldn't keep our crown. I've been thinking this entire time.
He's going to say Neonectar.
No, I'm actually thinking OTT Battle Sisters, because I just like Battle Sisters, but they're so bad.
Nuns with guns.
They have
That's awesome.
I know!
They are lacking in
And I can draw
support.
cards.
Every variety.
I like drawing cards.
That's it. They are lacking support, but yeah,
It's that or Regalia, because Regalia just don't have the strides to do shit.
Regalia is just fun to watch. It's just
I play the
watch the
Brunhilde.
soul do stuff.
I played the Brunhilde version, so I can go die free, draw free.
Yeah,
That was it.
Drawing cards.
I can do Tachikaze too.
Yeah, I'll go one of those two, I guess. Until they get more support, though. Who knows what they meta in the set 8, in Genesis stuff? Never know.
Yeah, gonna be some interesting stuff coming out in the.
One day we'll have more meta decks than Aaron. Maybe.
No.
United Sanctuary, bruh.
He has been at Sanctuary. That is
I was
messed
about to
up.
say Paladin involved in a sentence.
In the
I do
anime,
believe
it'll
there's
be blown up. They'll have to disperse.
They already blew up the Dragon Empire.
And then bloody Blaster Blade will be like in the Dragon Empire or the Dark Zone. Just become Dark Matter. Anyway, so other than that, there was as the latest Q&A video wasn't actually that long ago at all. We haven't given enough time for people to write questions below it. Therefore, the following 2 questions are ones that came up in topics today when we went to Colchester. So, number 1 was the discussion of which is better, best of 1 or best of 3.
This was great at the actual tournament because they... I think... Did we go through this in the previous video? I can't remember.
Yeah. In the Colchester video, you can watch it.
Basically, it was... they put it to a vote. Did you guys want best of 1 or best of 3? And pretty much everyone put their hands up.
No,
except
right.
for like 1 or 2
5 said...
people.
Out of the 9, it was a total Brexit vote.
Yeah.
It was just on one
That
side.
is not a reference we made.
Topical!
But yeah, it was 5 said best of 1. 4 said
Best of
best of 3.
So how many said best of 1?
5.
5.
Okay, so 2 the one you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But,
It's enough, it counts.
right,
Majority votes.
I voted as well just in case
There's
it
that-
counted, but it didn't.
there's the whole point of it is the official ruling, is best of 1, all that.
Ignoring the double elimination because that is suck.
Um,
So much suck.
But I send the day is double elimination no matter what. Come on, let's be honest here. But it's also I understand the consistency wise, but if you know what deck you're against, it's that possibility of
You change your playstyle.
Yeah. Pretty
Hands
much.
down. Yeah, if it's
And-
best of 3.
there's a potential that you could, knowing full well what a deck does, it's
And the triggers they have, because you've already played
Yeah.
them once.
you've played them, so you sort of can see what triggers. So if they are running 12 stand and you're at 3, you don't know it's 12 stand. You're like,
No, more like 4.
Guard.
So if you mention it at 4,
Yeah,
you go
guard.
rear guard, vanguard. No, rear guard, vanguard. It's like, oh, well, I don't want to get crit. So you're like, perfect. You got it all,
Yeah.
thinking perfect guard, I'm
Yeah,
safe.
you
And
just
then
see
stand.
draws
It's like,
Yeah.
I've lost.
Well, the other thing is, if someone actually builds a bizarre deck that works really, really well, like you've, Mike, built loads of different variations of Aquaforce that are none like anything else that's out there, and it's gone really well. If someone plays that twice, it's like, right, I know
Or
what's
every
going
week.
on. Yeah.
Eventually, I get pissed off.
You kind of go through the motion of, if you've built a deck, it's like, right, this is unique, this is special, this is going to surprise people, and it does. Yeah, you can't surprise someone twice, which is really unfair because you've taken so much time to think of a loophole or of a different way to build a deck or run
But
a
does
plan.
that coincide, and I know this is probably jumping ship, but with the next question of wombo combo decks?
Not really.
In a best of one, aren't they more
Don't
like...
jump ahead.
But
Don't jump ahead. We can
Because it's not a what.
We can track back, not track forward.
Certain things aren't wombo combo. It's just basically this card and this card works well together.
But Faz,
Why is that?
we'll
not
go
being
back to that question in a minute. Let's finish off this question first.
As already said, like I'm all for the best of one, but I guess that's because of the way the game's evolved. If you were to go back 2 or 3 years, I would have said best of 3 because, like, that's why we have best of 3 on our channel, just so you can see the deck working and stuff. Because there can be bad games and all that kind of shit.
Also,
But now that you've got G-Assist and there
You've got ways
is
to
grade
improve it,
2
yeah.
stalling like as a tactic
For
and stuff.
one, best of 3. The game goes on to that bit longer now, which makes best of 3 less viable.
that's what I mean, like, it'll
And-
be
and all-
It'll be an
But-
hour per round.
hour per round.
Literally, the only argument you can put forward to doing best of 3 instead of best of 1 is the one unfair scenario, which has happened to us all, which either you get completely trigger dumped,
You get trigger sacked or you get grade locked.
or we're not having out for, so that's up to you with grade. Potentially.
Talk to me today. Talk to me
I know,
about that
but
out.
potentially. But logically,
Yeah.
they at least got mechanic there. But that shouldn't happen more than once in an actual tournament. I'm talking about either trigger sacked
right.
or no guard, crit.
But-
So, well, that was an unfair game. That was a really unfair game. I was on 2 damage and I've died.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, but at the same time, if you think if they want to push best of 3, then they're going to have to push 2-day tournaments. And they've got too many card games to play for 2-day tournaments. Because if you're saying it's an hour a round, you go to Nationals, like 8 rounds,
Eight rounds, 8
8
hours.
rounds before top cut. Well, what, I got to play 8 rounds, and if I win, so that's 8 hours. If I win, so that's
Wait a
top
sec. That's 8 hours excluding any
yeah,
time.
excluding any time outside.
Which you can add on an extra 10-15 minutes to recalculate the round. So every 2 rounds, we'll say, is 3 hours.
Yeah.
So,
you're saying-
incredible
so-
time assuming.
But if they say it's over 2 days, then potentially you can do. Alright, we can best of 3. You can kind of understand because if I qualify for tomorrow, like the next day, I can come back and yay. If not, blah. But because they've got enough other games going on,
And
they
introducing
want to they want to just go right. This day is for Vanguard because at the moment it's the most popular. Then the next day it's for the less popular games. Let's be honest. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
So they can't say best of 3 will be here for 12 hours, guys. Get ready. Like if you're going to win it, you've been playing card games.
Yeah,
for
ignore
a
lunch.
solid.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Start at 8, finish at 8, no food.
So, yeah, so it's mainly so.
Diabetics will be
It's-
dropping everywhere.
Time's one thing, but there are a number of issues with out of 3. So, as we've discussed a couple already, there's literally only one I can think of for best of 3, and that is just triggers. Just the completely unfair game of I get crit. I mean, that isn't a game.
It's also the fact that you get to pre-scope. The thing that I don't like is you pre-scope your opponent's deck, and it allows you to completely rethink your playing strategy. Now, it's not so much of an issue
I've
if
got an
you had
example to
access.
that.
If you have access to a sideboard, I'd give it different rulings.
Yeah.
If you could rejig certain cards and everything, so
Yeah, because you can change your own play style to
Exactly.
stop it. But the best argument I can put towards that is actually evidential. When I went to was it Manchester when I played Buddy Fight. I don't know how long ago that was.
that would
2
be
years
the
ago.
the Expo one where we
2
were
years
in-
ago, Sunday in Birmingham.
Yeah. But
Okay,
we've
so-
had this discussion,
So,
haven't we?
but what happened was I'm not part of that Buddy Fight meta at all. I had no idea what I was going against. Game 1, I played about how many rounds? 5 rounds?
Something like that.
And I hadn't lost because every single round I went 2-1 because the first game every time I lost because I had no idea what the deck was doing, and I went, oh, so that's how the deck works. And then I actually played the pure counter to it, saved the cards for the wombo combo whatever that's coming that I didn't know existed, so I can guard like the 4 damage or something instead of the 1.
But is that just your lack of knowledge of the game?
Yeah, but that's just. But
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying
it's-
is,
But this is it. If it was best of 1, Mike would have basically
been
gone home
X5,
first time.
X5.
But because he had that ability to completely scope out and go, right, so that's what I have to stop.
That's at that point I have to
but
stop the
that's
damage.
Buddy Fight though, and it does have a sideboard to.
Yeah, but I didn't have a sideboard. So I literally.
Again, that's just like you're comparing this to a different game.
But it's just giving you a
thing
general
was-
example
the-
of
the-
scripting
the
that
thing
deck.
was-
Yu-Gi-Oh's best of
no.
3 has access to a sideboard.
Right.
Vice Schwartz's best of 1 doesn't have access
France-
to a sideboard. Get a sideboard, yes, best of 3 fine.
In France, when we went to it was when it was reverse the invasion team league.
Good
Yeah.
league.
When we went against our opponents in top 8, and he literally laid out my deck in front of my opponent. So my opponent just looked at it and went, "Oh, so that's your game plan, alright."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." I saw his as well. I'm not gonna lie, but it's like he just will retire my entire field. Cool, but it's like,
he knows I'm got like.
but he also
triggers. As
he
well.
also could see my triggers, so he knows what he's expecting. If I was running stands, he would see. Oh, so I can no guard almost every Vanguard attack because it's not gonna kill me. Alright.
As you go through 3 of those 4 or something, I'm fine.
And it's like it was the fact that he'd laid out, so we both had that knowledge. If it was best of 3,
But that was a mistake on their part. But
yeah, but like
Yeah,
being
yeah.
best of 3, you could figure it out anyway. But going into game 1, he knew what he was up against, which you shouldn't. I should have had the surprise factor of I ride the 10k vanilla. Like, what the hell is that guy as a promo?
yeah.
Because he sort of looked and went, I've seen a couple of how is it going? And sort of could sort of build his game plan around it.
Yeah. So there are 2 examples for you why best of 3 can be abused because you just get player knowledge you shouldn't have.
And
Mate,
there's,
then
no
there's
way,
no-
and there's no way to counter it.
There's no
That's
way to
it.
counter it because as soon as you've seen it,
Oh yeah, because
Especially now with strides. Like
you can argue you don't change your play style, but you can change your play style.
massively.
Exactly. So
I've only seen you do 3 crits, but I've seen 7 draws. That's a difficult decision for me to make.
if I laid out my Maelstrom deck, you'd be like 8 draws. All right.
Yeah,
I'm not guarding anything now.
Yeah, that's it.
Just
Just
many
take
games
the
that I
move.
won because I swung and they went, oh shit. Whoa, I just chucked their hand down. I went, draw, trigger, draw, draw, trigger, draw.
Yeah, fear of the crit versus no fear.
But it's also the knowledge of the stride zone. Like,
Yeah,
you look at a deck and you're like, right, they probably run this much or this much or this much. And then,
if you see something like a sea breeze, it's like, oh, okay, then that really doesn't matter.
It's
now.
also
but also if you like see 4, if you see like only one big crunch and the rest of isn't, you're like, oh, I only run one big crunch. I don't need to worry about that much. I can maybe once a big crunch, I can potentially drop.
There's only one
I
column
can
of big
actually,
crunch
I can
rather
actually
than
put
Pure
that,
Messiah, it's all
I can actually
crits.
put this logic into the thing today. So when I was playing the Angel Feather guy down in Colchester, he stood up Turiel, the old Angel Feather star. So I saw that, I was like, fuck's sake, it's the 4 bloody no CL deck with like the extra grade 2s to like search it out and stuff. So I was like, okay, don't give him 2 damage on grade 2. So it got to that point where he'd like dropped a Gabriel or something on the side. I was like, okay, I guess I can give you 2 damage then, never mind. And just went through that. But if I knew that beforehand, then I wouldn't have to fear that.
Okay, so but basically we're too far on the strong in the opinion that best of 1 is far better for time, for player knowledge, for the game in general. Really, if unfortunately the only thing that can happen to you is just you get trigger sacked, but that's just unfortunately
There
the
is
game.
as much chance of that occurring as there is.
But there's always a
both
chance.
ways.
There tends to be a chance to come back in the game if you can. There's a possibility of coming back in that.
Yeah.
But it all comes
But,
down
and
to
you know, you can't always send triggers back. So.
if there was a sideboard, then you can push best of 3 because it's.
Yeah.
it's-
You can complete- you
to
can
be fair,
change
to
the
be
deck.
honest, Faz, though, I don't think that a sideboard can even work in Vanguard.
No, not in the slightest.
Strides is about the only thing you can swap out.
No, even the strides you can't really swap out because
Unless
everyone.
they're more generic ones that come out.
There's a possibility of generics, the counterblast and unflipped.
There's-
That unlocks and.
In some decks, a sideboard could work. In most decks, it probably can't. That's just it.
The only
That's
thing
the
you can
deal.
do is
Well-
possibly change your trigger lineup.
With grade 3s.
Well, that'd be quite fun.
Focus your grade 3s on something different.
That'd be me though.
But anyway, so the last question that came up was, as we briefly discussed on earlier, was wombo combo decks.
So, what is a wombo combo deck? For those who don't understand our terminology of wombo combo,
Well,
As you explained it to me, is
I guess I'll. Yeah.
So Faz explained it. Yeah.
So basically for
what do
me,
you define it as?
it's a deck that is a one-trick pony. It has one out. It has one playstyle. It
One
has
condition,
one thing
is what
that
you're
it can do. Yeah. If it doesn't do it, it's crap.
And it has. And that usually and it usually has.
that's all it is.
There we go. So
Does ground blue
Yuri's
count?
doing the cool count.
It usually has a relatively. It usually has some sort of setup. To
Wombo
Yeah.
combo, I would
The
say,
whole
is a
idea.
one turn. That's where everything happens. It's that one turn play. Like
it all sets up for
Yeah.
one thing, and if
Yeah.
that one thing backfires,
Yeah.
you're in trouble.
Because
so, example
It sets
decks.
off a chain of events in one turn. Not just I swing with a big number of regulars. We're talking. We're talking things like Pale Moon.
Yeah, Pale Moon, Alice. I need to have the
Dolls.
Alice is in. So yeah.
And then you set off a chain of events that happen in all one turn. If that doesn't win, then you're
you aim for 5 damage. You have the Beatrix Stride, and you have 1 Alice in Soul, 1 on Rearguard, and preferably a trigger on the booster. If you want the crit trigger in to give it 3k to make it 21, then sure, do that as well. Then it goes into dry zone. It's like, okay, so Alice 21. If it hits, then it goes in, gets a Ginny, that goes back in, pulls out the Alice again with 5k, and the booster stands. So if it doesn't hit, the Alice goes in, the booster stands, and the Alice comes out. So each one of those costs a Counterblast. You basically have 5 attacks at 21 plus to deal with. Can you guard this all? Yes or no? Probably not. You lose.
So that's that.
Spike Brothers have 2. They have the Break Cried Legion, which sets up a chain of
Brothers
events.
are
It's Break Ride plus card.
Well, it's Break Cried Legion to go attack, send back, attack, send back, attack, send back.
Yeah.
The other one they have is with the GB3 Stride. The Soul Blast 2 to recall something from hand, and then it attacks and goes back to the deck. And the effect is to Soul Blast 2 when something's sent back to call something from your hand that has the rush ability.
Yeah.
And
Charge.
Charge. Rushes.
Novas.
Yeah.
So I think it just says call one from hand, but the booster specifies. I actually don't remember exactly, but I know the booster stands if you call something with rush in front of it.
Charge.
Charge.
God's sake, you confused me now. So charge, and then the booster gets 5k when you do that. So you just keep spamming that, and then you've got one that's on hit to call something from hand.
But let's be
the Soul
honest,
Blast.
that is Spike Bros in a nutshell. They generally are Wombo combo.
Spike Bros are one combo.
It's always been Break Ride something.
Those are the ones off the top of our head.
Originally,
No, you've
it was
also
just
got
Dudley.
Raging Form is basically all about setting up mana to get the Limit Breaker, the grade 1 that searches out whatever
Then you
your
can
Vanguard
argue
is.
Sing Saga.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, but yeah, as Faz was saying, Raging Form, with the new cards, it's literally
The
Raging
pure
Form
Raging
into a Raging Form into a Raging Form, so I get 3 or 4 Vanguard attacks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
That's all it does.
But even when we play tested it, it was if you don't get the combo, that's it. Your deck does nothing.
Yeah,
But I went
pretty much.
against it, and you just emptied his field. Then that was it.
Yeah, but it's the fact it's supposed to be rewrite get 10k. It's always hitting 21 plus, and you get 4 Vanguard attacks or something.
So that's
I think it's free.
3.
I would
Attack,
argue.
neg, ride,
Was it
attack,
the old Dimension
neg, ride,
place?
attack.
D-Robos was wombo combo-ish of I'm literally going to Break Ride.
Oh,
and
Break
then-
Ride Legion. It has
Yeah.
10k crit. Can get rid of your
What the
perfect
Dark
cards.
DP one? It's
Yeah.
3 damage.
I would say-
and a
No,
drive check grade 3.
no. Metal Bulk.
Alright, but the one I went against was the ultimate wombo combo of
Well, I
Break
guess it's
Ride.
both, really.
Break Ride Legion.
I'm going to
has-
Break Ride and I can kill off your
Again,
G-Guard.
It has
Now,
3 damage
is it-
and a drive check grade 3 next 2 guard.
Is
That's a
it-
triple perfect.
Is it one more combo if next turn, like they can set up for it, but D-Robo have the Stride can do it like twice again, and
The thing
Metal
is,
Borg have the Stride of you can't guard
The thing
anyway.
is, I don't.
I don't think they're one more
I
combo.
wouldn't call it a wombo combo because it's literally just this is my turn. I'm going to Break Ride. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
it's not much of a setup.
It's like saying
Yeah.
Grand Blue's a wombo combo because you break rides from
Sing Saber,
something.
going
But
back to
I
that.
do more.
Going back to Sing Saber, I'd say that is a wombo combo because you have the lose and the extra attacks to pump up your soul to go Sing Saber, restand, Sing Saber, restand, Sing Saber, and do that. So it's Raging Form.
Okay, so the
so
bottom
we've
line.
gone through what the Wombo combo
bottom
decks are.
line-
What do we think of them?
Okay, but the bottom line, to summarise, I think, is they use all their resources in one turn. I think is the best way to describe a wombo combo deck.
They just do everything in one.
They do
turn. That's the
nothing
thing.
in the entire game, mainly,
And then
apart
explode.
from this one turn where they use all their resources.
Personally,
So Sing Saber's like Count Blast, Soul Blast, Count Blast, Soul Blast.
I'll probably actually answer it last because I'm just going to use my DD reference. Double
Okay.
dick.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of wombo combos. I mean, it just ruins the game. It's one of those things like.
I mean, there's other decks that ruin the game, but yeah.
Can you get off this angle hate, please?
No,
Get on the bug hate.
No, because bugs I can deal with.
Yeah.
Bugs bugs you can play around. Hitting a damage you can't.
It's just the fact it's not fun to play against because
No, it's
it's
not.
not really a challenging game because they're not doing a lot. As you said, they're using all their resources for their combo. So throughout the game, it's just like attack. It's like, okay, this is not fun at all. You're not doing anything. And then if they get it off, it's like, well, I can't do anything to survive this, so I guess you win. That was fun. Joy.
But you just look at them and think you would never run this in a tournament, and unless you're incredibly lucky, you wouldn't be able
No,
to get
people
yourself
do
inside.
run it in tournaments though. That's the thing. People,
Trios maybe. Trios
no,
maybe.
no,
No,
trios
they
are
run
normal.
it in singles, but you wouldn't. You look at it and you're like, if I look at the decks which win it overall, you very rarely see their unless the one combo decks are everywhere, and a vast majority are playing them. You very rarely see them up there because more than likely, 2 games they will fluff out and go, "Oh, I didn't get it. Well, that's me dumb." Or, "Oh, they got that heal. Well, I'm dumb."
When wombo combo becomes meta, that's when you got to worry about life.
Your opinion or thought?
Don't like them, but they push the argument towards best of 3, in my opinion. Because if they get it off, then you basically want that. If it's best of 3, they're less likely to get it off.
Yeah, I want that
Out
chance.
the person who was playing Nightmare Dolls earlier, vote for best of 3 for that specific reason.
Because he was like, if I don't ride my 1 card, I'm done. And it's like,
if I ride Alice instead of Beatrix or whatever her name is, Catherine.
Then play a different deck, or take the risk and play with a backup plan. There isn't really a backup.
You can't put a backup plan in that deck. That's the problem. The deck is all the One Common decks are built solely on this game plan, and if everything is pushed on that game plan, you can't fit anything else in because it's so reliant on that.
I guess I have 2 opinions on it. So with the Wombo combo decks, I think people focus on the Wombo combo way too much. Stop with the phone. God damn it, guys.
It's not my fault. It clearly is.
It's fine. No, it's fine.
But that's the idea.
People focus on it way too much.
It's
they get the idea of Wombo combo. Oh my god.
Well, that's it. That's what a Wombo combo deck is.
I get it, but I think that it's the point that if they don't get the Wombo combo for, they ride the wrong grade 3, then shit goes to shit and they lose. But I think if people actually kind of tailored the Wombo combo as a decent finish/push option kind of thing, they can at least make something happen if things do go wrong and tinker their deck that way.
But Pale Moon is as the example which we're all using. Wombo combo wise is Alice is your grade 3 lineup.
Yeah.
And most of your grade 1s and 2 lineup because how to do workaroids all based on Alice.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
So you're trying to tinker your deck around that. If you ride Alice, your rear guards do not much. Your Alice is...
It's the same for the stride zone as well, by the way. Like, for example, I will personally run Maju. So if I do ride Alice, it's like, alright, I stride with an Alice, I ride Maju, I get the Alice back because it's a grade 3 and I'm on a 10k base.
But that's a +1, it's not really doing much.
And
as well as that, you're just delaying, guess what, for the Wombo combo.
Yeah,
still waiting to come to your
still
hand.
for Wombo.
Yeah, I know, but I can have other options in terms of grade 1s and 2s.
What would you be? So then you're defocusing away from the initial. Maybe put it this way: with Alice, you can possibly get away with it. I'm not going to deny that. There is that issue. What about Rage form? Raging form. Every single card in that deck is based around basically praying to Jesus that it goes off.
I'm aware of this, but the problem with Raging form is that I don't think it's even a decent Wombo combo in the first place. I think it's a terrible Wombo combo that's not going to win you the game. So why are people doing it?
Because basically it is completely unreliant with
21,
anything.
21.
You're on grade 2.
3 attacks, yeah.
21.
Okay, you're on grade 2. That's cute. That's why it's good. It's basically, oh yeah, Limit Break does not rely on you to be on grade 3. I remember now. Handshake.
Okay.
That's a very early setup with it, but
yeah, you're expecting to have a full field.
Are they not GB reliant as well?
No, there's
You're expecting to have a full field, a count boss for the grade 2, a count boss for the grade 3, and I think another count boss for the grade 2.
So you're saying that when you ride to grade 3 that you are never
and
on
you're going to have a Raging form and another one already in hand.
You don't need the other one on hand.
Yeah, you do.
You don't.
No, you don't.
You do.
You don't, because you've got the grade 1 that basically is cool, flip, look, free card. I'm just going to grab my Vanguard and add that to my hand.
Okay, so you need basically your 1, 2, 3 ride.
Grade 2
you
basically need a
grade
Wombo
2
combo
mana.
in your hand. That's amazing, Aaron, for a Wombo combo deck.
Your starting hands, that is ridiculously retarded.
Right. The whole point is, Aaron,
We are saying a Wombo combo is
you do it.
That's it.
You focused on it so much
No, I'm
that
aware.
it can. And with that deck, you can't focus on anything else. You can't use a grade 3 to stride because you need that in your hand for Wombo combo.
I'm pretty sure the guy did it against me on his grade 3 ride.
That's it.
I think.
That's how offensive it is. It's not,
But I broke grade 3 first, I believe.
But if your game plan is to open with the exact 5, 6 cards every game.
No, that's not the game plan.
it's 2 cards.
The game plan is Wombo combo.
You need a Raging form and a mana. And one of 8 grade 1s.
And
that
a
you
grade
ride.
2.
No, you don't. Yeah, so basically...
Or trigger.
And the other grade 2, I can't remember her name, but the
No,
one that...
yeah, mana.
You can go
No, the other grade 2.
withstand.
Because if you
First
retire
grade
3, then you've only got 2 left. You need the other grade 2, I forget her name, to counterblast and call another unit. So then you get the second retirement as well.
Right, no, Aaron, because think about it, first grade 3 ride, if you...
And you need a limit break remover.
Okay, do 2 attacks then.
Yeah, you get 2 Vanguard attacks,
Vanguard
first grade 3
attacks,
ride.
I'm
If
just saying.
Yeah,
that's a retarded. That's
But
like a
it's
silly.
but it's the whole point.
that's the ultimate one, but you can still get away
possibility
with
of
the
a
reset
wombo
ones.
combo is that for that deck they can get it first time. It's stupid that they could, but they can. It's more the point of every card in that deck is so focused on wombo combo you can't change any of it.
Yeah. You change one card or you try and manipulate it one way, you've screwed your game plan.
I'm aware of that, but
So with the Catherine one, I can understand. With the Power Moon one, it's what you would do is bomb. But basically, going back onto our faults of the Wombo combo decks and not how to improve them so they're not jank, is that they are a total dick deck. And by that I mean that you are either going to be giving the dick and enjoying it, or taking the dick and fucking hate it. At the end of the day, you're either going to go off and be happy, or you're going to fuck up and ride the wrong grade 3, or not get it off and be a miserable little shit.
So that's
it. Or you're going to be on the other end of that, and it's just like, ha ha ha, your deck does nothing, allow me to punch you in the face for fun. Or there is fuck all I can do because your 1 out has suddenly magically appeared, giving me my second loss. Fuck yourself, fuck your mother, flip the table, walk out the door.
That's a lot of language.
that's a lot of language for this.
That's
channel.
because I am fed up with Wombo combo decks beating me through various subjects.
So
This is old Faz, by the way.
Okay.
not-
Fifth question.
The 5th one.
Wombo combos
Yep.
or paladins?
Oh, fuck yourself. Raging Form, best of fucking both worlds.
But Raging Form's a shit wombo combo.
But it's the fact that it just happens. It's like, oh, I've had to ride an 8k or a 9k. That's good. 15 to your 9. Okay, I can choose to guard or not to guard. Another 15 to your 9. Yep, still hitting numbers. Vanguard. Fuck. Vanguard. Really? Vanguard. F your mother. That's basically it. And there is pure frustration in there. What other clan can basically F shit up like
They're
that?
also very trigger line, if you think about it. It's like it's trigger line on the booster.
This is the
of
point.
thingy.
They can't do
It's 100% reliant. If they accidentally
If they
have to
triggers on
go
restand.
Mordred Phantom because I didn't get it and now I have to wait patiently, you can go, can fuck about. But if they go Raging Form, what's the fun in that?
Because that's what
And their
does.
backup is a Legion to go attack as well.
I know.
And that's the whole point. They can't. But the thing is, their deck falls down, they can't stride.
Yeah.
So
That's
that-
just one more combo.
That's basically me about Wombo Combo.
Yeah, it's fine.
Freaking
That's
hate
fine.
because you're either the dick playing it.
I just think the Raging Form's a bad example because it's really not a good one.
It's because it's the one example that basically ticks the box perfectly. If it goes off, you have no chance. If it doesn't go
No,
off,
because even if it does go off, it's not that bad.
it's not that bad to take 21 attacks at grade 2.
Because
Right.
Anyway,
That's not.
Bigger circles! Bigger circles!
yeah, I know. I'm just going to end it there. Fuck it.
I can understand. There are worse out there, but it's Raging Form just ticks my palate.
Right. All I'm going to say is one of those decks is topped about 2 or 3 team leagues. One is only topped like once. And Raging Form was one which topped more than once. So, one more combo wise, it's the more.
It's Team League, it doesn't count.
I know it doesn't count, but it's the one that they go against and go, I
It's
got a
Paladins, it's cards they already have. No one's going to have fucking Night Medals.
win. Yeah.
there you go.
Only the people who
So
already
therefore,
have them.
it's easier to access, and
Only
therefore
real
it's more
collectors.
likely to be more played.
And they did kind of reprint Alice.
Yeah, it's a secret.
Shiny secret rare. So much writing.
Most Alice's I see are shiny secret rares. To worry anything.
It's because all the
Button
triple R's and SPs are hidden away in people's folders saying, yeah, this is nice. I've collected this from the beginning. Crap deck if you want to build around it.
Can we end it?
In what
Because
specifically?
otherwise it's going to be me and Faz going back and forth and back and forth.
It's like,
I respect. Okay, to do this political, I respect your decision, but your decision is wrong. Raging Form is the worst.
It's not the
Yeah,
worst.
it is the worst. It's absolutely the worst because it's a terrible combo.
Exactly, it's terrible when you get faced against it and it goes off.
It's not going to go
I'm
up.
not
It's
gonna do
it's
that.
not gonna-
Aaron, you realise if it was any other Wombo combo that's not a Paladin deck, you'd have been fine.
Probably.
Just because it's a Paladin deck, you can't sway it. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please write your questions in the comment section below, so we have a nice selection to
Or on
choose
the
from.
Facebook page. In some, I don't know, when Aaron shares the video on Facebook.
People seem to ignore Facebook. Except that one guy who pointed out to me that the link doesn't work and I fixed it. Thank you.
That's probably why they ignored it. They went, "What are you talking about? Like Facebook? You don't have a Facebook."
Every
You have a-"
time I'm clicking Facebook, nothing happens.
You know what? It's a troll. I give up.
Team Engage.